One of the things we find in the Christian church is that the image of God is known best in community, not in individualism. In the Bible, you don't have a lot of terminology around individuals. You have persons. And those two things are very different categories. An individual is an enlightenment reality that comes up and basically says, I can be a person separate from anybody else and then choose to be part of a community. The entire Christian narrative presupposes that human beings always exist in communities before they discover who they are. That's what we call personhood. Persons are always embedded in a community, whether it's their family of origin, whether it's the places they come from, the school they study with. And so when we interact with human beings in the image and likeness, we also need to treat them as persons. They come with communities when they come into our places of work. They have stories, they have families, they have cultures, they have language. And all of that comes walking into the room when a new employee comes into a company. The institutions, families, communities, cultures that they're a part of are shaping forces on human beings, on what they become and what they can become. And the resources that these communities provide can nurture and grow individuals, or they can stunt it. And this is what organizations and institutions can do as well. As we plant ourselves in the soil of a community, of a place of work, and others, we can draw the nutrients from around us, but unless we're careful and discerning, some of those things we draw into this can petrify us. We can remove us from our flesh and blood, human nature, and become hard, cold, bitter, angry. When profit for profit's sake, when our shareholder responsibility trumps care and compassion, these things can shape and mold, and we can tap into mineralized waters that kind of make our view of the world and each other transactional. And people just become merely a return on investment or just another column on an Excel spreadsheet, as opposed to being these people of flesh and blood. So institutions have power to remind people of their identity as a created being who needs nutrients, that we have families, we have children, we have lives outside of the workplace, that these are part of the nutrients that make us who we are, not merely just the mineralized water of a profit alone motive. Now, what institutions can do, though, is provide the sustenance for growing a human being into a beautiful thing, right? By reminding ourselves as a company and the institution that we are, what's going to provide this person growth, what's going to provide them sustenance, what's going to provide them the ways that they can kind of become something new.